What is up, everyone? It's me, Deltlead, and welcome back to another stream of Space Engineers. So, at the end of the last live stream, we had started work on our big warship. We scrapped our old, smaller warship, and we're upgrading for a much larger, much better armed, much better armored ship that's going to take us to go and combat whatever the mysterious hostiles that we ran into at that unidentified signal up there. So that is the plan. We are currently actually doing just a resource run because the size of the ship I underestimated, and we need to go collect some raw resources. So I just loaded up on some gold. So I've got about 100,000, just under 100,000, 90,000 units of gold. 90,000 kilograms of gold, so 90 tons of gold, and we have 18 tons of stone in our cargo, and we're going to fly over to this nickel ore deposit because we've got plenty of iron. We ran out of iron, but we had enough iron to get the stuff we needed to done. We're going to have to go collect some more iron as well, but we ran it completely out of nickel, which we need for some of the more advanced components. It's a relatively basic material, but it gets used in a lot more of the advanced components, like computer chips, and even things like thruster components. So we're getting gold, nickel, and I'm going to make a run for some cobalt, which is right next to our station, so that'll be easy to get. And then that should do us for our raw resources for the project. So there's a whole bunch of nickel in this asteroid field over here. We're going to fly into that, gather up some raw resources, and then we will move on to the next, objective, the next step in the process. I did work on the ship in between live streams, so it's actually almost done. Now the big thing is going to be filling in all of the hardware on the inside and then making ammo for it, because we're going to need a lot of artillery shells for our main battery, and then I need to make the railgun for the ship, which the railgun takes superconductors, and superconductors is the thing we're limited on for the railgun, and it's a big railgun. So we'll talk a little bit more about the design of the ship once I get back. I slowed down too soon. We're petered out here. We'll talk more about the design, actually what I went for when we get back to there and we can finish building it. But for now that we're just going to get the resources. For context, the cargo bay that I have on this ship, I've got 2 large cargo bays planned for the cargo hold of the ship. It's got 2 small reactors. I've got 2 gyroscopes on it right now, but I'm going to put 2 more. And then I need a crazy amount of batteries to drive the ion thrusters. So she's a big boy. But we're going to gather up this nickel right now. Not a huge deposit. We don't need a ton. I mean, we do need a ton. We need literally a ton of nickel. But we don't need many tons of nickel. That'll do. 50 tons of nickel is plenty. Alright, let's head back. We'll get the cobalt. And then we'll be good to go for raw materials. At least I think we'll be good to go. We should have enough platinum. We don't use a ton of platinum. And I think we still have a surplus of it. Let's see, other things. We did attack the Supreme Prospectors. We shot at them. We've pirated 3 of their ships now, I think. And we used the resources that we got from pirating their ships to help manufacture our battleship. So we've attacked them multiple times at this point. All right, we are just under 10 kilometers out and cruising. We have 56 tons of nickel, 20 tons of stone, 90 tons of gold. We'll need a lot of cobalt, so I'll probably get a bunch. And then we're going to dock at the space station because I have 3 ore processors, all with speed modules on the space station. So we'll dock with the space station. I'm going to take the raw materials at the space station and move them to the asteroid base. Because we'll use the assembler at the asteroid base to put these together. To put the components themselves together. The asteroid base is closer to where I'm building the ship, so it's just easier. All right. Almost there. We'll slow down just a little bit. Keep up a good cruise, though. Hopefully I'm moving towards the right cobalt deposit. I think one of them is buried and the other one's relatively easy to access. So I'm hopefully going towards the relatively easy to access one. Yep, right there. She's like semi-buried, but we can use our drills to clear out some space. I need to get better lights for this mining ship so that I can see what I'm doing. I've got the one spotlight mounted on the bottom, but that doesn't actually illuminate what I'm working on. I think I'm going to add some floodlights to the ship. How do you make artificial force in Space Engineers? What do you mean by artificial force? Like a force like gravity? You can use a gravity generator to create an artificial force, like the force of gravity. If you're talking about like artificial enemies, I'm not sure. Spinning a centrifuge? There's a rotator block that you could use. You could also put a thruster on the end of a Yeah. I see what you mean. Like in Gundam? How about like in astronaut training, my guy? They use the centrifuges in astronaut training, for real. But no, sure. Expose your love of Gundam to the whole world. No, yeah, you could do one. I would probably, if I wanted to make one, you could put a thruster on the back of a cockpit that's attached on a swing arm with a rotor in the middle. And then you can override a thruster's force input so it just constantly is running when it's turned on. So then you get in the cabin, turn the thruster on, and then it should spin on the rotor. You could also just use a rotor to spin it, which I'm sure that would work too. We've almost depleted this cobalt deposit. How much do we have? That's enough. 90,000 is enough. Good news is we are right next to our station, so it's not like I have far to go here. Like the concepts they use in For All Mankind. I've not seen the show For All Mankind, but I do know it's about. Isn't that show the alternate history? Where like the space race doesn't end and it keeps going, and we like us and the Soviets are building moon bases in like the 80s. Isn't that the premise of the show? Again, those are astronauts at NASA, though, in a centrifuge. It's called a centrifuge. That's specifically the thing you're thinking about. All right, let's gently dock. Gently. There we go. For a second there, I thought it wasn't going to line up. Park it. All right, let's go into our space station here and make sure these get processed. Don't mind the ship that's on fire over there. That's a known deficiency. Okay, let's see. Production inventories, storage inventories. Oh, my guy. Okay, yeah. I don't know why you would want to do that, but if you wanted to do centrifugal gravity, it wouldn't work in this game. The way, like, if you're inside a ship and it's spinning and there's no artificial gravity, you don't spin with the ship, basically. So that wouldn't quite work for what you're thinking about, but I see, like, what your idea is, at least. All right, we're going to offload all of our ores here that we're processing. Let those run. In the meantime, I'm going to dismantle this. I want to put a speed module on this assembler here, so we get some increased construction speed. Don't you dare fall all the way down there. All right, let's stow that. Yeah, so the rotor part would be your answer, though. Not 100% sure how well that would work as far as, like, getting it to cooperate, you know? Okay, let's do the second speed module next. Small steel tube, construction component. Okay. So production, let's make... We need 2,000 of these, basically. How much platinum do I have on hand? Did I take all the platinum to the other station? 177. Not enough. Not enough for as many as I've ordered. We probably have enough for more. If I put that there, will it still work? I wonder. Stow that. I need more of those, more of those. I need some power cells. And some motors. Oh, interesting. I can put more on this. I wonder. Hold on. Yeah. Let me stow these real quick. I could fit more on this, couldn't I? Do one vertically? Maybe? Computers. I need computers, huh? Could I daisy chain these? Alright, science experiment time. How many speed modules can I put on a thing? Let's take another speed module here. Three. Okay, so that doesn't work. It has to be connected directly to this. Got it. Well, in that case, let me just put another one right here. Now it's out producing the rest of the thing. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to build another 1,000 superconductors. I don't actually need 1,000 superconductors, but we're going to live in abundance. We're going to build a surplus. $60, $40, $20. Okay. 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 10. And then if I put the last speed module right here. All right, now I've got a rapid manufacturing plant right here, basically. So I should be able to crank out a ton of these really quickly. 6 of 8 slots used, 5 speed modules. Yeah, let's put them out pretty quick. That's pretty good. All right. We're going to go. We're going to go back out here. Let's go back to the asteroid base and offload what we've made so far in parts. All right, in terms of raw resources, what do we have? Let's go ship. Take all of those, all of those, all of those. I'm going to take all of those, all of those, all of those, all of those. Anything else we should take? I need lots of thruster components. I need a silly amount of thruster components. Well, we're making a good chunk of them. All right, let's depart from the station. Head over to our asteroid base. We'll show off the new ship. You can kind of see its silhouette right there. She is a big one. She's not done. She's got a lot of work still to be done to it. She's coming along nicely. And we've overshot. Hey. Very nice. Very nicely done. Excellent piloting by myself. I'm a legend around these parts for my piloting skills. It's well known. Look it up. Okay, well, let's come in a little bit more cautiously here. Let's grab those thruster components we mass produced. I think I can get one of the bottom thrusters running. Yeah, this one's close. There we go. How many does this need? This one hasn't even started on the thruster components. Okay. Any others that are close? What's this one? 104. 0. One of these side engines should be close. No. Alright, well, we'll just do this one for now. I also have not even installed any reversing thrusters. So maybe I should save the rest of these for that. Because we're going to need the ability to back this ship up when it comes to reversing. Not as important per se, but still important is the ability to reverse. So we'll do kind of buried into the superstructure like that. All right. So yeah, this is the ship. Let me let's get out and do the tour. The whole ship, the whole shebang. Okay. So, we have a pretty big vessel. Triangular in shape, roughly triangular in shape. A couple of major points. It has a railgun cannon right here. This is in progress. But it's got a forward-firing spinal mount rail cannon that is going to absolutely devastate large installations and bases. We also have for our main battery 4 double-barreled artillery turrets. This will be like the real punishment dishing out portion of the ship's complement for like brawling against smaller ships. I'm going to add point defense turrets in the form of Gatling turrets on both wings and the sides here that'll be mostly defensive in nature for fending off small craft and for shooting down incoming rockets. So point defense turrets. And then that'll be it for the complement. So really the artillery is the main complement and the rail cannon. But I also have built these 2 hangars where I intend to carry a pair or multiple parasite fighters. And what a parasite fighter is a basically small deployable fighter that goes out and defends a mothership of some kind. Generally smaller than like regular fighter craft that you would see. They're going to be AI powered. I've not quite worked out the design yet, but that's the intent, is to carry a couple lightweight strike fighters on the ship for those kind of brawling and random encounters we might have. Let's grab some more steel plates. We're going to add more reversing thrusters. So we've got the 4 huge engines. We're going to need some way to back the ship up or decelerate, which is what I'm adding right now. So I added 2 on this side, 1 top, 1 bottom. And we'll add the same on this side. Oh yeah, hold on. Ditch that. Okay, so that'll be that one. We'll do another one on the lower deck, same design. Or saying like overall location. All right, so those are our backing thrusters. We'll add 2 more of the small variety thrusters. Same location, basically. I want these somewhat buried in the ship so that they're not easily damaged. That's the goal. I want to hide these a little bit. This is why I'm going through great lengths to kind of tuck them deeper into the hole. I want to make them low visibility, hard to hit. That's the goal. Okay, and we'll do the same for the other side. Bottom as well. So 2 there, and then same deal. So we'll cut these blocks out. And right there goes. Sweet. So that is our reversing thrusters. That gives us what, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 small ones, and they're just tucked into the hole like that. Relatively low profile. Shouldn't get hit too hard or too often. I don't want to lose a whole lot of engines in combat, so I'm not just going to slap them to the outside. I want them tucked in such a way that they're not going to get demolished during a battle. Because they are sensitive to battle damage. You can absolutely shoot the engines out of a guy. And then once your engines are shot out, you can't maneuver, and if you can't maneuver, you can't win. So, it is important to be able to keep up the acceleration in a fight. You're going to burn a lot of energy in combat. A lot more than you would just transiting. Because in transiting, you're not accelerating when you're transiting. You're just moving. So you get up to the speed you want to go at, and then you just hold that speed. In combat, you're constantly, running the engines, like redline the engines, and then like all stop, slow down as hard as you can in the same breath. So we're going to need a lot more battery capacity. And I'm also just increasing the amount of overall armor around these engines. They are going to be somewhat of a weak spot on the ship. All right, sick. That should do it. So, this space is where the railgun itself is housed, right there. We've got the conveyor system carrying ammo to it. We also have the artillery turret topside. This is the inside of the hangar right here. A small airlock to access the hangar. The jump drive is right here. And then we have our main engines right here. We also have these big boys. These are our cargo containers right there and there. I am going to put a refinery on this ship and an assembler because I want to be able to, after battle damage, if we take some battle damage, like just go mine some resources in situ, process them, and rebuild or repair the ship from whatever damage we've taken. But yeah, that's the tour of the ship. It's going to be pretty tight once it's finished, but we've got a little bit more work to do. Let's see. What we can do, though. Let's go carry some of these superconductors. We can finish the rail cannon, I think. I think we've got enough. 140... And then it's just the power cells. I don't think we have any more power cells. We could grab some from the asteroid base with our mining ship real quick if we need to. We might do that. Actually, I think I have some more motors I need for the conveyor system. Yeah, right here. Okay, that's good. And then the bridge of the ship is right up this ladder. So if you come up here, this is the bridge. Pretty slick looking cockpit here sitting on top of the whole thing. But there's a couple button panels with stuff we can control from it. And then the actual helm itself right here, which allows us to fly the ship. Let's see, what are we doing as far as... I want to kind of configure these. So the artillery turrets, what do I want them to do? I want them to not target small ships, not target neutrals, not target rockets. It'll target large ships and stations and enemies. Sweet. And then party will be weapons. Okay. So we'll do port hangar. Starboard hangar can be controlled from the bridge. Artillery battery. Cycle subsystem. Turn on and off. Okay. We're almost done. I think we need a couple more gyroscopes, though. Oh, and we need to build some lighting for the base, or for the ship. For sure we need some lighting, because it is dark in there. So dark. In the meantime, while that base is cooking on manufacturing all our parts, do we want to get more platinum? Oh, no, you know what we need? We need magnesium. And there's a vein of it not far away. Like, literally right there. Because we're going to need a lot of gunpowder for our cannon shells. We'll also probably need some uranium for the heavy armor-piercing shells that we're going to be using. Let's drill away some of this rock so it's not interfering. Alright, that's probably enough. And then, you know, we just need to grab some stone. Stone's got nickel in it, and we're going to need a lot of nickel for the power cells, because we're going to build a ton of batteries. I think I want to build 12 batteries total. 12 full-size batteries. Because we need enough power to run all the engines on this thing. And even with 2 reactors, like, the reactors produce a lot of power, but they don't, like... You know, they generate power, but they don't output that power quickly to the rest of the ship. Whereas the battery can discharge really quickly and store that power when we're not using it to use it later. So I'm gathering up a lot of stone, which we're going to use for those batteries. Okay. Let's go and dock at our asteroid base. We are rumbling along real slow here. There we go. All right, let's go. Refinery. Let's prioritize the stone. There we go. All right, we need 80 times 12 plus 120. So 960 plus 120, so 1080. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be plenty. Hopefully we've got enough resources to make this. Oh, we got plenty of nickel. Is it just iron that we're short on now? We could do a run for just iron if we wanted to. All right, I stowed everything in our ship's inventory on the base. Let's go look at... I want to say Iron 4 was close. No, Iron 4 was not close. Iron 6? Iron 6 was over by the uranium. That's right. All right, let's go. We also get some more uranium. Uranium never hurts, and we're going to need a lot of it as well. One for fuel for the ship, for its nuclear reactors. Jeez. But we're also going to need it for the ammo, because we can't forget that the heavy artillery cannons use uranium, like depleted uranium, for the material for the shells. So we'll use a lot of uranium, actually. Just for ammunition. So we'll grab a little bit of both. All right, decelerating. We'll start with the uranium. I'm just going to grab a little bit, not as much as we did last time, and then we'll fill up on the iron. That's going to be our main resource we haul out of here. What is that? We got 12,000. 12,000 units of uranium's plenty. Let's just bloat ourselves in an absolute glut of iron. As much as we can stomach, basically. $174,000 tons. 174 tons of iron. Sounds good. Alright, where is... ¿Dónde está my base? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's pick our way out of here. Start picking up some speed, and we'll make our way back to the station. Alright. Faster, 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 and top speed. Okay. No, no, no. Drift. There we go. We have 69,000 liters. Nice. All right, on track for the base. We'll do this whole approach in reverse. Because why not? You know, why not? Why not do it in reverse? I can do it. And docked. Almost docked. Almost docked. Docked. All right, sweet. Okay, let's stow our ores. That should be good as far as the order goes. Doesn't really matter, but we'll do something to that effect. Okay. Let's see, do we have enough power cells? I've been using this little utility ship as my building ship. Basically just like a portable toolbox. Where's my power cells? Oh, there they are. Okay. Is that it? Is that all we made? Oh, there they are. I was about to say, like, seems light. Don't need those, don't need those. Don't need those right now. Alright, let's finish the railgun. And then we'll work on the batteries and everything else after that. Is that it? Oh, large steel tubes. Well, shoot. Okay, we need a bunch of large steel tubes to finish it off. That's fine. We're going to do the batteries next, though. Okay. Hop out. I'm just going to park this here and basically use it as a convenient place to stow whatever materials I'm not using at the time. Okay, batteries require steel plates first and foremost. Let's see. There we go, batteries. 6 on this side. We're going to need a lot of steel plates right off the gate. Right out of the gate. Alright, that's enough for 6 batteries. We still need more steel plates, though. And I think we don't have any more steel plates because we're just carrying nothing but power cells. Can carry 30 at a time, so it's going to take 3 trips. On average, 3 trips per battery to make. Make one. But once we start building them, the reactors can start charging it up. And it won't take them very long to charge them up, so we'll have a full battery bank here in no time. I think I only have enough to make 3 batteries as far as like total raw number of power cells I'm carrying. Construction components, computers. All right, let's just do all the construction components for all the batteries. It's 30 per. Now computers, and then everything except for the power cells themselves is done. It's one. This will be 2 batteries operational. All right, so now the reactor can start cranking out some real power to fill those up. Ow. Actually, that actually hurt a lot. Jeez. It was like rammed my head as hard as I could into that. Buddy Win, hello, welcome. We are building, my friend. We are building big time. We are building in a big way. I'll show you what we've been working on here in a second. All right. It's 3 more batteries done. So we've got, what, 4 operational batteries now out of 12? Okay. Yeah, this is our ship. This is what we've built. Artillery. 1 big-ass honking rail cannon on the nose to really let people know who means business. And we'll have some little fighter craft that we can deploy from it as well. All right. Let's see. Don't need any more of those. Get rid of that. All right, we're going to drop off the next load of power cells here. Ah, shoot. I need to be more careful about that. I'm breaking engines here. Put those in my inventory, please. There we go. Okay. Let's see. How many steel tubes do we need for the rail cannon? A bunch, right? Let's start with that. I only grabbed 10? Okay, that's ridiculous. Hold on. I'm just going to fly over here and grab them by hand if that's the case. I thought I grabbed more. Apparently I didn't, though. Might have to do 2 trips. 2 trips is fine. We can do it in 2 trips. Alright. 60 total. Ooh, boy. We're finally going to have this rail cannon up and running. That's when you know it's going to get good. I'm genuinely excited for this. Alright, that's our rail cannon made. Let's finish with these batteries now. Not you. This. Oh, I think I need more computers as well. And steel plates. Okay. Can I please... Once I get artificial gravity, that stair is not going to be an issue. But without artificial gravity, you hit your head going down the stair every time. I have to, like, remember to crouch down when I walk under it. Okay, it's 1. Next one. Also need steel plates, apparently. Because I apparently did not get enough earlier. It's going to be a little repetitive, so I apologize, but we're doing construction work. Good construction work is repetitive. That means you're doing it in an organized manner. If you're figuring things out every time you do something, you're probably not learning any lessons. All right, almost done with the port battery bank. Just 1 more, right? On the port battery bank, and then 3 more on the starboard, and we're done. Build planner? I tried doing what you said, where you right-click on an unfinished block and then shift right-click on a cargo. It did not move anything into my inventory. I don't know why. It's like shift right-click, components added to build planner. But then when I go to production, I can build from the build planner, but I don't like collect parts from the build planner. It doesn't really matter because I'm just grabbing the same parts over and over again. It's relatively fast. It would save me like a couple of button presses, but no like great time savings from that. The real bummer is that I didn't include a way for me to gain access to these batteries from the outside. So I've got to do this whole thing by hand, one way or the other. Okay. I've got enough for one more battery now. Control right click. I'll try it. First, hold on. Oh, it's middle mouse button. Middle mouse button withdraws. Oh, that is faster. Okay. I didn't realize it, but it was prompting me this whole time. Actually, hold on. How many more do we need? We need 97. Okay, that's not too bad. Or 77. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to grab some construction components. I'm going to build some lighting in here. Okay, so I can see a little bit better. We'll turn the brightness on these up. Like, that's obviously not enough on its own to illuminate this whole place. It's going to need a little bit more.
Energy low.
All right, let's turn the brightness up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Up to the bridge we go. All right, that's close to acceptable lighting conditions. We'll put lights over these. Anything else we want to assemble while we're here? There's the one more conveyor junction up here that I haven't finished. Knock that out. All right, the conveyor system should be pretty much fully operational. We haven't connected these guys yet. We'll do that soon. I think from the bottom. We do have a small cargo container down here as well. Motors, displays, metal grids. Okay, a bunch goes into those. I actually don't have as many of the materials as I need for that. So we'll leave it for now. We can at least drop off the construction components and such. Oh, I guess I already had done that? Sure. Oh, construction components for all the ion thrusters. We need those, yep. We can definitely do that right now. And then large steel tubes. Okay. Should we do a test firing of the railgun cannon? I think we should. I think we got to see what this thing dishes out. Let's see. Yep, those. Whole lot of steel plates. That should be good. Oh, but before we go, let's make a railgun cannon shells. Production, ammunition, silicone, uranium, nickel, iron. Oh, that's not as expensive as I thought it'd be. Large railgun sabot. Let's make 20 of them to start. And then these are actually pretty cheap, so we'll do 500. 600 of them. We can do another 100 boxes of those. All right. Let's load her in, see if she how she handles when we fire her. I still need to make a gravity generator for the ship to get our artificial gravity field going, but we'll do that towards the end. Oh, yeah, I need to actually put the shells in, huh? Probably. Otherwise, it's not going to shoot anything. Okay. So let's look at my control panel. Current input 200 watts. Oh, well, that's why. One of the reactors just straight up isn't doing anything. There we go. Hold on. I need to figure out how this actually works. On... Is it fully charged? Can I fire it? I fired it. Okay, I shot it. And now it's warming back up. Okay, well, we'll let that cook. But we've got, you know, the main complement of weapons. Working now. Like, it's not good. It's not a good ship because it's going to move super slow. But it works. I just need the reversing thrusters finished, and then it's a fully operational ship. Or at least it's in a reduced status, but it is operational. Let's get my little utility ship. Let's go back to the station real quick. Where's our station? There it is. Oh, and I forgot to get... Okay. Whoops. I need to get the more power cells. I mustn't forget that. More power cells. Oh, overshot again. Okay, let's look at what all we have processed. Going through most of the cobalt now. I'm going to steal... Oh, we got thruster components. Okay. Is that all the thruster components? If so, that'd be sick. Is that all the ones we need? It might be. I think we're good. I think that's all of them. F1 for shortcuts? Oh, gotcha. Undock. Let's head back to our asteroid base. We're going to assemble engines. Yeah. I'm going to prioritize finishing all the reversing engines, and then we'll finish the main engines. And then that should do it. Still need to finish the gyroscopes as well. There's a lot to do with this ship. There's a lot to do. Alright, let's get this guy. One. Now his compatriot on the bottom. Two. Now his friend way down here, we can get him. All right. Other side. I accidentally painted that one yellow, I guess, for some reason. Oh well. Alright, how many more thruster components do we have left? 681. Okay. Well, let's get to thruster componenting. Those two engines are done. The top two engines are done. Two of the back engines are done. One of the side engines, or one of the bottom engines. We'll do the other bottom engine then. Is that it? Alright. So that's it. That's all she wrote as far as thrusters go. Huh. Kind of open for a little bit more, but okay. I think we can build some more here at our base. At our asteroid base. What do we run out of? Nickel. Iron. Do we run out of iron? No. Nickel? No. Magnesium. Well, start refining magnesium. And I don't. We'll pause. We're going to put a hiatus on the ammunition production. Can I build these things? How much gold do I have on hand? Oh, a lot. Okay. Do I have a lot of cobalt too? Do I have equal amounts of gold and cobalt? Because I think it's just gold and cobalt that we need, right? We might have to bring some. Okay, we'll bring some. Here's what we're going to do. It is faster for me to just whip my body over there. We could. We'll see. We'll see how she performs first. If this is your fighter, by fighter you mean fighting vessel. Yeah, this is our combat. This is a warship. We'll see. We'll see how it looks first. Okay, first real quick, let's grab a bunch of cobalt. We could. I just didn't leave a good spot for me to put hydrogen thruster on it. I guess we could put it on right under the rail cannon. Or right above the rail cannon. Or both. We could put it above the rail cannon, I guess. It's just, I like how this armor looks, this sloped armor. I don't want to mess with it at this point. We'll see. Yeah, it might be a little late because we didn't incorporate it into the design. If worse comes to worse, I could swap these bow thrusters for an hydrogen thruster. Oh, you mean like these forward thrusters? We could do two smaller ones. I might just put two smaller ones in the middle here and here. For acceleration thrusters, my forward-facing ones, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what her output is. I've not even tested her to verify that the batteries can handle all the engines. Okay. We're producing thruster components again. How much platinum do I have? I think I moved most of my platinum over here. 210? Okay, perfect. Should be good to go on that front. How many gyros? I have 2 on it right now. I'm going to put another 2 at least on it for 4 total. And then we can bump that number up if we want to. I have 2 back here. So there's 2 reactors, 2 gyros. I might put a gyro in the front and then 1 down here. Or maybe the wings. Haven't decided yet for those. What is a gyro? How much does a gyro consist of? 600 steel plates, 50 metal grid. Okay. Lot of metal. All the big metal components and lots of them. There we go. All right, let's do the gyros next while we're producing more thruster components. I've already got enough of those. Battery components. At least some battery components. Some computers. Let's see. We'll need at least 1,000 steel plates. Okay. That should be enough. Sweet. Undock. I've not yet put an antenna on this ship. We are going to eventually, but I just haven't yet. So that's also on the list of to-do things. Let's finish the batteries, I guess. We're close on those. We might as well finish them. Yeah, those just need computers. Okay. Okay, is it just computers now? Computers and steel plates, I think. No, that one needs power cells still. Okay. Almost there. All right, we got all 12 batteries operational and being charged. Those are almost fully charged already. Slap some computers in these bad boys to finish the job. All right, battery banks are complete. Awesome. Gyro time. So we got 2 there. We'll put 1 more on each of these. We'll probably just put them on the sides. I can put them right behind the engines. Is that all the steel plates we brought? We did not bring that many. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's hop in our buggy and finish the... We can finish this off, this run, by depositing all of the new The new thruster components on this engine. No, did I not bring any? I thought I brought some. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm having a fever dream and I just totally forgot to do that. Oh well. Park it. Did we finish making... Oh, we might have actually finished making all of the things. We might have done all the things. All the thruster components. There's 400 of them at least. Well, it's a good start. Sure. Also grab... Oh, wow, those are big. Never mind. We'll move those a different way. I'll think of a different way to move those. They get deposited anywhere else? Just 400? Is that all I made? Can I make more? Yes. Okay. We have not exhausted all of our materials for thruster components, which is good because... Boy golly, do we need a lot. Hey, that's one more engine done. So I think at this point I have 3 left. That one hasn't been started. That one hasn't been started. That one we were 100 down. So 960, so 3,000. Like 2,800, 2,700 more left, basically. Is how many more thruster components I need to produce to be done with the engines. It is a lot. Oh, we got 240. We didn't use all of the ones to make that other one. Oh, that's good. So slightly less than I said. The number I said, 240 less than that. Still a lot. That is still a lot, but it is not as much. Oh, I was like, what's hurting me? My engine is burning me to death again. Motor, steel tubes, construction components. That. I didn't grab any motors, of all things. Idiot. Okay, whatever. We'll fill up. Steel plates and motors. I need a lot of steel plates and a lot of motors. Okay. Or not a lot of motors, but I need more motors. All right, get back, squeeze through there. No, screw it. We're just gonna hand cart these. The docking time, it's convenient to have a ship, like a smaller ship that I can fill up with stuff. For like lots of things, but I'm just grabbing a couple of things. A full stack of iron plates and a couple motors. We'll see how far that gets me. Gets me 1 gyroscope. Does it get me 2? Nope, but another full stack of steel plates will, and then we'll be done with the gyroscopes. After that, I think we can take it for a test flight. I've got too many beacons cluttering my screen. Sick. All right, we got 4 gyroscopes. Okay, shall we see how she handles with the full set of gyroscopes? Still sluggish, but that's more doable. Acceleration isn't terrible. Like, I can move her now. I think we need 2 more gyros, though, to make this really work. Yeah, a little on the slow side here. What I do want to see... I'm going to blow this up. I'm going to blow my defense satellite up. I don't need it anymore. Braking's not terrible, actually. Yeah, a little bit of a break from behind, I'll admit. Okay, ready? Let's shoot the, let's shoot the thing. You line up a shot. Ah, it went under. Well, phooey. Okay. Never mind. Now I'm bored. I missed. I need a camera to aim the railgun, I think. Oh, let's turn around. Very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. There's our station. Okay. Let's move into position on the station. One thing I've not done is I've not included an external docking port, which I might regret. I could pop one of these turrets off and use the connections I put there for the turret as the docking port. All right. That'll do for now. Let's see how many thruster components we've whipped up in the meantime. Not to mention gravity components. It seems like we might have made quite a few, actually. 603? Okay. Okay, well. I'll use the builder vehicle for this. Because it'll be faster to dock and use this to build those. 156 shells. That's all we can carry. I guess I can make more of these, though. Anything else I want to grab? Sure, we'll fill up the connector with Gatling ammo. Okay. I think one of these bottom engines, was it this one? This one has at least 104. We can get that one close. Almost done. Okay. There should be a cargo port, right? Guess I just can manually transfer this. I guess there's no real... I can't do the build planner hack, huh? These artillery shells are actually bigger than the railgun rounds, too. All right, that's enough for now. Let's take the cannons for test firing. I'm gonna move my utility ship out of the way. All right, which turret am I controlling? This is the starboard gun. Good hit. Got it pretty good. Well, I smacked it. All right, those pack a lot of punch. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna point all these back in the direction I wanted them to be pointing, which is forward. Nice. Very nice. All right, so this is our ship. I think this is where we're going to leave the live stream for now. It's going to be a short live stream today. I just got some stuff to do, but I'm very happy with where this ship is going. Needs some more work. We're going to need a lot more thruster components to finish it off, but I mean, she flies. 2 more engines in the back of this thing will accelerate just fine. And I've got plenty of batteries, so I've got enough electrical discharge to actually run the engines. Plus, with the rail cannon, I mean, this thing... That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, that'll put out a lot of power. We'll, in the next live stream, we're going to finish this, and we're going to take it on a actual combat room. We'll do some space trials with this, really test it, see what it can do. Up against some actual combatants. But thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your days, and I will see you in the next live stream. Take care, everyone.